meetups first started coming back after the COVID restrictions were easing up a little bit, there was another Axel player who was really cleaning up at FGC meetups, and Macho spent a lot of time trying to get around what this player had to do. But Ant is a different beast entirely. Ant is such a patient player. It's going to be hard to really deal with all of these buttons that he's really throwing at you. Yeah. Oh, but a Pierce comes out.
All right. Burst used very quickly, though. We're going to see, because, you know, once you get that knockdown as Zato, if they have no burst, especially on a character like Axel, it's going to be hard, but...
Here comes the cross-up. Goes for the throw. RC is going to be able to take it up.
Yeah, I mean, you're not bursting there. There's the chances of a comeback, while possible, are so low. It's better just to save it for round 2, see if you're able to make any use out of it.
Ooh, there comes the Rainwater, able to snipe out the Pierce as well. And here's Zato still trying to make their way forward. Eddie's recovered, though.
Yeah, that move's going to corner him. The vacuum is going to pull him into the corner. Now, Macho has to find a way out. And the fly isn't going to be enough, able to jump over the command grab, but the PRC keeps him safe. Going to keep zoning with this sickle, and we're going to keep moving.
This is going to be all coming down to how Macho can get these hits. Damn Fang is a great start here. Eddie's still preserved. We're going to be able to get them still on pressure, and the Eddie unsummon allows Macho to stay in pressure. Here comes once more Eddie on backup. Mix up, double overhead gets blocked. Here comes the Sun Void.
Yeah, you're going to have to do it again. And this time it's not going to work out. Going to get the command grab, and it's going to be another reset. We're going to have to start blocking these one more time. Pierce, another command grab. Let's see.
Ant is really comfortable with his defense, able to jump out.
And just goes for a third command grab, really feeling it. And no PRC after to keep him safe. Oh my god, the Drunkard Shade to try and block out that projectile, and PRC to keep going forward.
We just have to get close. If we can get to a point where we can actually make meaningful headway and advancement here, the 6P coming out gets punished by the jump heavy slash.
Yeah, it's been working out for Ant a lot that first game. You know, I think that obviously, like when Oppose is out, Fuzzy Jump is such a strong option. You know that they want to go for that command grab. And that jump H is so large that a lot of times you're going to be able to pick up, even I think that at the end there, Macho was doing a 6P. So that like upper half invincibility was still beaten out by how long that JH is.
It's something, the allowance of how good Axel's normals are in the air really just makes so many Axel players comfortable trying to fuzzy out of the corner like Ant just did. First comes out with no Eddie gauge. We're still trying to just move forward. Invite Hell actually connects.
Yeah, I like it with the PRC going to extend. Deciding not to break the wall, I like it.
Yeah, we want to break the wall. As long as we have 50% tension, that's where we want to be. As long as we have availability, because we don't want to let Axel return to neutral. There's the mix-up. Here we go, Sun Void. The repetition of pressure. Incoming, hard knockdown.
It's finally breaking it down, and now we have another 50%. Gonna be, oh, wow.
What? An RC! First, the 5D. The second one provokes the YRC, and now that's the first round that Macho's able to take.
I like it. Macho just knew it was coming. And now, you know, you got to start this pressure, but with Eddie Gage gone, it's a little hard to get too much started. And Ant is slowly trying to fight their way out of the corner, but the Oppose comes out, covers the Fuzzy Jump.
5D, what a block.
Wow.
Tries to go for the damn thing once more, the Fuzzy JH. We have 50% tension. The quick 2K fights out from the corner. Now Ant is just trying to keep Macho away. The slow advancement.
I mean, Ant's defense has been so good so far this set. You know, finally get that BRC, but the 5D is going to be a little bit too far connect, and another Fuzzy Jump.
I think Macho was trying to go for the unblockable setup there. Leap didn't quite come out because I think Eddie ran out at the last moment.
Oh, that's so unlucky. And now it's round for round. We're going to see who's able to make it happen. Both of the burst gauges are pretty close to full, but not quite. We're going to see what this first knockdown can lead to.
5K attempts. There comes the leap. We're going to be able to get the wall break, but Ant just refuses to give Macho the meter.
I like it. Macho using that frog to cover over the attempt at the command grab.
Look at this patience, the dash blocking. This is an absolute masterclass of how to play against Axel, and this might just do it. Here comes the shark.
And that's going to be it. You're going through the wall. You're the most dead guy on the planet. And just like that, tied at 1-1. I got to say, I love how Macho is just absolutely refusing to break the wall unless he has that 50 meter. He is just keeping Ant in the corner, not letting neutral restart. And it's working out pretty well for most of these times, other than when the fuzzy jumps are happening. I think Macho's really making good use of these openings and not giving it any room to breathe.
This is an absolute masterclass in resource management, not just from a point character perspective, but being able to manage your opponent's resources is so important in fighting games, especially if you can return and maintain your pressure like Macho is doing right now. It's all a matter of this dash blocking and getting in. The invite helps big.
Yeah, gonna use BRC, trying to stall out time until that Eddie Gage come back, and here it is. Let's see, Pierce, wow, the blocks on these 5Ds have been, I don't think one has hit yet. This has been fantastic. Wow.
It don't mean a damn thing.
I like that. That was good. And this is good for Macho again. Going for that Sun Void, gonna reset, get the hard knockdown, get the Eddie Gage all the way back, and now all you gotta worry about is a burst from Ant.
Just pushing into the corner, tries to go for the unblockable setup. It doesn't actually succeed. The reflexive burst comes out. Ant lands and is able to block it. The same side cross up, and Macho with no burst left in this second round.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to be seeing. I think that, you know, one thing I like is Macho has started to adapt. While going for the Damn Fang command grab, he's been also sending out the frog to try and cover that jump age.
That's the unblockable setup. It catches your backdash, it catches your up-back startup frame.
Yeah.
He tries to backdash out, but still too meaty there.
We can see just being kept at full screen here.
And it's so much real estate to work with. Ant's just slowly being moved to the corner. The trade with the Pierce, definitely very strong for Ant.
It jumps out of the rainwater, slowly but surely. Macho is moving Ant into the corner. And it's going to take...
Oh, the trade with the pinwheel. We're trying to move forward. Backdash against the 5P. OTG is not enough to do it, but we're going to be close to chipping. The Sun Void comes out.
From all the way in the sky, and he's going to snipe out Eddie.
Oh, what a 6K out of the air.
Yeah, I mean, that's full screen for a reason. You got to be careful at all times.
Macho takes a sip of water.
A classic.
I like having a water bottle with me at fighting games, and I've said this many times. I like having it because it's a prop that tells me to slow down. I know some people like to just instant rematch, but if I can take a little bit of time and reflect and breathe, I feel so much more at ease.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're down on your winner side point, you got to take a second to think.
First out, no Eddie Gage available, but still at full screen, it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take Macho so long to get in anyways.
Oh my God! The usage of the drunkard shade!
I like it so much. And now we got 100 meter, goes for the air throw. No combo off of it, but this is
you're dead.
Yeah. You have more meter than you even know what to do with.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
We got to figure out, we need more shark jokes.
Dude, Macho smells blood in the water.
Oh my, this is the best day of my life. Wow, what a tech on the throw. But again, you know, even after that tech, it resets into neutral, but that reset is in giant quotes, because this is exactly where Ant wants you. Wow.
It's more than just these little chip hits that Rensen does, but being able to drain the meter from Macho has been super important. Because even if Macho gets close to you when he has Eddie, or he's not going to be able to have that meter to get the wall breaks as consistently.
Yeah, especially when you're using this FD to try and move in. You know, FD breaking every time he's running in.
Yeah, you don't want to take the additional chip when you don't have to.
Yeah. Especially in this match. It definitely seems to be a match of inches. There's not really any big moment where it's turning around, but they're just slowly chipping away, whether it's through these repeated mix-ups with the 2K, or if it's through the zoning.
Yeah, but with the oppose out, it means you can't deal with it. The 5D connects the first time in the set, but on the side of Ant, able to take Macho through the wall, and we've lost so much real estate. This is set point here for Ant.
Yeah, it could turn around, but this is definitely, you know, I'm feeling pretty comfy if I'm in Ant's situation. I'm up on meter. I'm in that screen position that I want to be in. And we're spinning. Rainwater's going to full screen punish into the time stop. There's no way this kills, but this certainly is going to break the wall.
There's the burst coming out. Got to be careful with how you use your resources as well. Ant pushes himself to the corner. RC comes out. There's the leap.
Tries to bait out that burst after the frog.
The first point at a guaranteed situation. We're close to chip range. We have to use our meter, but Macho has none left.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful of the punch buttons as well.
Oh, and the low is finally gonna chip him out. Just barely, you know, just breaking down at that wall that Macho's trying to push up. Just not enough.
I will say this is a very stark contrast because these two played last week at the local. These two played in losers finals, I believe it was. Losers finals, and it was a pretty handy, pretty comfortable 3-0 on the side of Ant. But Macho's definitely been looking at the VOS and studying up. And if there's one thing I can count on Macho to do, it's study.
Yeah, that guy is an absolute doctor in the lab. And we're going to see losers still there. And I know Macho. That guy can still make it to grand finals, if you had to ask me.
Macho gets a little salty.